My credit score was in the gutter. I had a few negative marks that I was positive would haunt me for 7 long years. And it felt like I was completely locked out of a normal financial life. Good interest rates, forget it. Better apartments, not a chance. Any sense of financial freedom, nope. It was frustrating and honestly a little embarrassing. But then one morning, I opened my credit report and saw things I thought was impossible. Those negative items, they were gone. And my score, it had jumped big time. Stick with me, and I'm going to show you the exact steps I took to get those negative items removed so you can do it too. 4 years, my credit report was like a highlight reel from my worst financial mistakes. I had a couple of late payments from when I was between jobs, a medical collection that I was sure was a permanent stain. Every time I tried to do anything, those little remarks held me back. I applied for a simple car loan and got offered an interest rate so high it was laughable. My car insurance was way more expensive than all of my friends with the same driving record. Even trying to rent a new apartment was a nightmare. Always sweating the credit check. It was this constant low-grade anxiety that I had to deal with. I felt like I've been sentenced to 7 years of financial jail with no parole because that's how long most negative items can stay on your report, right? I had pretty much resigned myself to just waiting it out. I thought there was nothing I could do. I was so wrong. The feeling of seeing those negative items just disappear was liberating. And it wasn't magic. It happened because I found out I actually had rights. So here's my big aha moment. It came late one night, deep in the internet rabbit hole. I was just scrolling, looking for a shred of hope when I stumbled upon this law from the 70s called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. As I started reading, it hit me. The credit system isn't a one-way street. You can actually talk and fight back. The FCRA gives you the legal right to a credit report that's 100% accurate and fair. This means you have the power to dispute anything you think is inaccurate, incomplete, or flat out unverifiable. Suddenly, a switch flipped. I wasn't some hopeless victim of my credit report. I had the legal framework on my side. If you want a copy of the 11 FCRA laws and when to use them, in the description below, download my free letter bundle. That night, I stopped waiting and started planning. I mapped out a 3-step process to take back control. I call it the credit triage, the dispute blueprint, and the negotiation playbook. So, the first thing you need to do is see what they're actually saying about you. The only way to get this information is to pull a copy of your credit report. Now, I'm a fan of Smart Credit. In the description below, you can pull a copy there. Now, if you sign up using my partnership link, you will get access to my 2 programs, Credit Complete Pro and Debt Negotiator Pro. Also, you can schedule a free Zoom call with me. So take advantage of this while you can. Once you have the reports, don't just glance at them. Become a financial detective. Print them out, grab a few highlighters, and go through every single line. You're looking for errors, big or small. Things like misspelled names are common. But the big wins are accounts that aren't even yours. The same debt listed multiple times or incorrect statuses, like an account marked late when you know you paid it on time. Check every date, every balance, every detail. This is where I had my first breakthrough. I found a credit card bill marked with a 60-day late payment after the month before it stated that my payment was on time. Boom, clear error. I also noticed a medical collection had a slightly different account number than the original bill I had saved. It's a tiny detail, but an inconsistency. It's your best friend in this game. Document everything. Circle every potential mistake. This is your ammunition you'll need for the next step. Now, this is where the FCRA law becomes your superpower. Once you found the errors, you need to formally dispute them with the credit bureaus reporting them. Now, the best way to do this is to send your disputes by certified mail with a return receipt. It costs a few extra bucks, but it gives you a rock solid paper trail and proof when they received your letter. Now, your dispute letter should be professional and to the point. No need to write a sob story. Just state the facts, include your personal info, clearly state which items you're disputing with the account number, and briefly explain why you believe it's an error. For example, I'm disputing this late payment. As you can see, the month before, it states that I was on time. Then the next month, it shows that I am 60 days late. How am I 60 days late before I'm 30 days late? Now, once the bureaus get your dispute, a 30-day clock starts ticking for them. By law, they have to investigate your claim, which usually means they contact the company that reported the info in the first place. If that company can't prove the information is accurate or verified, or if they just don't respond in time, the credit bureaus must remove or correct the item. A few weeks later, I got the emails. The late payments deleted. The collection account gone. My score shot up. To make this easier, I added a video in the description titled How to Write a Dispute Letter That Actually Works. It details factual disputing and the steps. If you want to learn, check out the video in the description absolutely for free. Okay, so what about the negative marks that are accurate? The mistakes you actually made. Don't give up. You still have options. This is a negotiation playbook, and it has two main strategies: the goodwill deletion and the pay for delete. A goodwill deletion is perfect if you have 1 to 2 late payments that is messing up otherwise great payment history with the creditor. You write a polite letter directly to the original creditor, not the credit bureaus. You own up to the mistake, briefly explain the circumstances, and then point to your long history of on-time payments. You're basically asking for a courtesy removal. It's a long shot, but it works more often than you think. The second is a more powerful strategy. It's a pay for delete, which is specifically for accounts and collections. Collection agencies buy your debt pennies on the dollar. I know because I used to buy debt. So their main goal is just to get paid something. You contact them and you make an offer. You pay the debt either in full or settled amount in exchange for them completely removing the collection account from your credit bureaus. For a free letter template for the goodwill letter and the pay to delete letter, download my free letter template. It's down in the description below. Now, this is a negotiation. You can start by offering 30 or 40% to see what they say. But the most critical part is this: get it in writing before you pay a dime. An email or a letter from them confirming that upon receiving your payment, they will delete the account is non-negotiable. A verbal promise means nothing. While collection agencies are not technically required to do this, some won't. Many will agree because some payment is better than no payment at all. Remember, if you pay for credit monitoring using my partnership link, you will get access to Debt Negotiator Pro. This is my step-by-step process teaching you how to negotiate your debt. I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've owned 2 debt collection companies. I used to sue people, place accounts on people's credit report, and yes, I used to buy debt pennies on the dollar. So I understand the step-by-step process, and Debt Negotiator Pro, which you get absolutely for free just for signing up for Smart Credit, you will get access to it. Now, Following these steps changed everything. Getting those alerts saying an item has been removed from your credit report, I can't even describe the feeling. It was way more than just a number going up. It was a huge weight off my shoulders. My credit score jumped over 80 points in less than 2 months. Suddenly, doors started open. I was pre-approved for great rewards credit cards. The next time I got a car insurance quote, it was way lower. This wasn't just about getting new loans. It was about getting my confidence back. The real shock wasn't just that it worked, but that I had the power to make it happen the whole time. I just didn't know it. So, the path from negative to positive credit history starts with you. First, be a detective. Get your credit report and find the errors. Second, use your right under the FCRA to dispute those mistakes in writing. And third, for the marks that are legit, don't be afraid to negotiate with a goodwill letter and a pay to delete offers. Now, this isn't an overnight fix. It takes some patience and organization, but it's absolutely doable. Join my free community in the description below. There are over 2,000 people fixing their credit right now. Now, I have a question for you. What's your credit score goal? It can be a specific number or something you want to do, like buy a house or just finally have a peace of mind. Drop it in the comments below and let's cheer each other on. Now, if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. And like I always state, you be great.